On the human rights issue, let me put it to you this way so that there's clarity about where we stand. People are entitled to have views about us, but we are also equally entitled to have views about their views. We also have views on other people's human rights situation, including that of the United States.
My remarks today are really focused on those sets of issues which, in a sense, you could say, how does India relate to the West? How does the West hopefully relate to India? And where do we go on from here? Now, many of you would have heard in another country the term century of humiliation. India actually had 2 centuries of humiliation with the West, because the West kind of in its predatory form came into India in the mid-18th century and continued almost exactly for 190 years after that. There was actually a very serious economic study which tried to estimate how much the British took out of India in value terms, and a very calculated math ended up put a number of $45 trillion at today's value. So that should give you a sense of really what happened in those.
I think it's an interesting point you raise, because historically there is a reason why West and democracy were equated. But over a period of time, I think the West needs to outgrow that, because today more people live in non-Western democracies than in Western democracies. The West has to understand this larger rebalance, as I said, the rebalancing. The fact that even democracy today, there are people in other continents who own it and claim it as strongly as people in Europe or North America do.
I think I
No, I'm part of the East, I'm part of the South, I'm part of the West, I'm universal. I'm India.
If Scotland gets out of the UK, it'll be through the democratic process, right? Okay. I end every discussion at home about war and democracy. You got China, who's trying to shut down everything close to democracy, and India, you're moving forward. You're having elections. You got your problems like we do at home, but you've chosen the democratic path. When it comes to Kashmir, I don't know how it ends, but let's make sure that 2 democracies will end it differently. And if you can prove that concept here, then I think it's probably the best way to sell democracy.
Don't worry, Senator, one democracy will settle it. And you know which one. These meetings are taking place at a time when the global order is facing multiple challenges and stresses. Autonomously, the nature of globalization and the usage of technology has brought to fore concerns of trust and transparency. How to ensure a free, open and inclusive Indo-Pacific was also on our agenda today. We spoke of developments in and around Afghanistan that have made their ripples felt well beyond. Strategic partnerships like those between India and the United States are built through shared interests, common values and constant nurturing. There is also a desire to better understand each other's thinking. We also partner closely in counter-terrorism and maritime security, making the world a much safer place.
Guys, do like, share and subscribe for more such videos.